Hey friends, it's Jay Rye. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we're headed to Mexico, Xcaret, Mexico, in fact. Why? Because I'm doing this video on the top 3 reasons to stay at Hotel Xcaret. I'm a big fan of this location. It's a huge resort and it's tough to narrow it down to 3 reasons, but I'm going to tell you the best of what they have to offer, and let's get started right now with number 3. The number 3 reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret is the hotel layout. You enter in this sprawling open-air lobby, which is stunning. It has every service you need imaginable. The people are friendly. They greet you with ice cream and cold towels and every little possible need you may have while you are here. Yes. This is my friend Amir. Of course, it's Jay Rye.
It's called Xcaret.
Yeah. So anyway, it's one of these giant resorts. Tons of rooms, tons of ambiance, and they have these
and tons of mariachis.
Yes, yes. So yes, this mariachi is playing right there in the lobby as you come into the hotel on a daily basis, which is amazing. Now let's get outside of the lobby so you can really see the grandeur of this resort. Everywhere you look, it is gigantic open spaces. Everything about this resort is big. The rooms are big, the buildings are big, the open spaces are big, the pools are big. Everything at Xcaret is big, and it just makes you feel like you are in someplace very unique. When you go to lots of other places, you know, you're tight, you're packed in. Here, you feel like you could be totally on your own because there's all sorts of nooks and crannies to this giant, beautiful resort. All right, as we continue with number 3 here in the 3 reasons to stay at Hotel Xcaret, the layout. Now look at these giant pools. Everywhere you turn, there's somewhere to get wet and to cool off. This particular pool we're looking at right now is the main pool, and I'm just going to try and give you a hint of how large it is. You see the restaurant there. You see the swim-up bar. Lots of places to sit, get a drink. Okay, this is early in the morning, so I beat the crowd, right? But the pool goes all the way down to the other end of the building. It has the infinity drop-off right down into the bay, and just beyond it is the ocean. Look at these bridges to get you across the pools. That's how big they are. Take a look at this little device here. This is how you take pictures. So they have all of these little stations where you can pose for pictures, and these cool little devices. You stick your wristband down and it makes these great shots of you. It's such a great system. It's totally worth the money to pick up that photo package because you'll have all these memories and the photos are really high quality. Good job. This right here is another pool. It's very large. Now this is in the Fuego Tower, so this is a private VIP tower. But again, lots of giant pools. And let's get to my very favorite pool, which is on top of the Fuego Tower. All right, I'm sitting with my buddy Amir here at the top of the world.
What are you guys doing?
We're sitting here, what is this, like 6th floor or something?
Yeah.
It seems higher than it is, right? But like we've got this big drop-off pool. The views are stunning from the top of this private Fuego pool. Again, you can only use this pool if you are staying in that tower, which is a little bit more of an add-on, but totally worth it if you can afford it. Here is why everybody comes to the Fuego pool and sneaks in. Look at the photos you can take in this lucite tunnel that connects the 2 pools. Everybody comes here to take pictures. Ready? Show me. Excellent form. This is like the coolest attraction. You take this little thing takes your photo when you're in the glass. Okay. So Amir's showing us his skills, and now Coco is showing her skills, also going through the tunnel. This is so much fun.
Yeah, you went the whole way.
Yes.
Good work.
Yes, so the pools are super fun, and that alone could be a reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret. Now, I'm sorry if I'm zipping through this, but I could spend 3 hours talking about this place and show you all the footage. But let's talk about the rooms quickly. So when I've stayed here at Xcaret, I've stayed in the Fuego Tower. Now, the room is really nice here. It has a sunken tub, a private shower. And again, this is the tower that has the rooftop pool. So the thing that's really cool about this, you get a lot of extras by staying in this tower. For example, we celebrated our birthdays there. We had our own butler, so they took care of all these little details that are fun and really make it a custom experience. The Fuego Tower also looks right out onto the lagoons where you can kayak on the property, and then it looks straight out at the ocean as well. You know, there's so many different buildings and so many different rate categories here at Hotel Xcaret. You can find whatever is going to suit your budget, and you don't have to have like the top view. There are other buildings that look inward at the pools and things like that. So there's a lot of availability. They also have, this is an example of you looking straight out at, the kids' pool. Maybe you want to swim up to your room. Those are available as well. So lots of different category options here. The point is, overall, the resort is fantastic. So whatever you pick, you're going to do well. All right, so that gives you a heads up on the layout of Hotel Xcaret. And now let's move on to the number 2 reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret. All right, the number 2 reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret in Playa del Carmen is the food. This is so important anytime that you're traveling to have great food. And Hotel Xcaret really goes above and beyond with all the different variety of restaurants, the availability of the food, the quality of the food. And this is an all-inclusive resort. So this is the type of place where they don't have to try that hard. But here, they spare no expense at making so many fantastic choices that you will enjoy. Now, I did a whole episode just about the top 3 restaurants at Hotel Xcaret. I invite you to watch that to get even more detail of the food. But here, I'm going to start by showing you what they did for their Sunday brunch. What you're looking at here is the church, which is on top of Espiral. So Espiral is the spiral, this giant stone structure that's in the center of the resort. You can't miss it from anywhere that you are. And then, yes, there's a church all the way on top. And then just below it is this restaurant. This is where they hold brunch, which is a really special occasion. You do want to get reservations because it fills up. But look at the quality of the food. They have about 6 different chefs who all have different stations and are all making their own specialties. Somebody here is, strictly vegan. Somebody here is making the Mexican specialties. Somebody else is, having all of the sushi and the fresh fish. So this is a spectacle, and there were just as many people eating as there were people filming because of the way that they put out the food. The displays are over the top. It's an absolute spectacle. All right, so there's a taste of brunch for you at Espiral. Here's a look at Espiral, what it looks like in the sky at night as it looms over the whole resort. Again, beautiful place for brunch for sure. Now, I'm going to mention one other restaurant, which is Cuevas. This is a restaurant in the caves, all the way down on the sunken level, and this goes right into the bay also, where you can swim and do kayaking and paddleboarding, things like that. This restaurant is fantastic. It's another notable mention, but like I said, the top 3 restaurants for all of Xcaret are in their own episode, so I invite you to watch that so you can get even more insight on the food. Now, let's get to the number 1 reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret. The number 1 reason to stay at Hotel Xcaret is their adventure parks. This is such a point of differentiation between any of the hotels. Now, maybe you've been to Disneyland, maybe you've been to Universal Orlando, maybe you've been to Legoland or big mega parks like that where they have theme parks and they're based off of intellectual property like Mickey Mouse and the Avengers or Harry Potter, things like that, right? They're amazing. But have you ever been to a theme park that's based off nature, that's based off your own physical adventures and, what can you do with your body and what can you put yourself through? These adventure parks are really unique, and this is what makes Xcaret the standout hotel for the Mayan Riviera. So this incredibly long zip line and incredibly high zip line, as you can see here, is at Xplor Park. Xplor. That's my favorite of all the parks that they have here at Xcaret. There's about 6 different parks. Again, it depends on when you're going. Quarantine has some of the parks temporarily closed, but this one's right within walking distance of the hotel. There's several of them that are very close. Some of them you do need to go on buses towards, but Xplor has got these zip lines, as you see. It's also got these ATV vehicles, which are really fun. And there's a lot of underground attractions as well. There's other episodes that show you all of these attractions in depth. But Xplor, definitely my favorite park. Here's a quick look also at Xcaret, the original park. This one is more of like a zoo type park. So there's lots of animals there. There's also a lot of cultural things for Mexico there. So that's the original, that's the first park that they ever created. It's cool. It's definitely showing its age. Personally, I don't like, all of the animals in captivity in such small areas. That's my personal, preference. But in general, like, it's a cool park. You've also got Zelha. This is the water park where they've literally got an entire bay that you can swim, snorkel, and there's all of these other activities that all are bordering the river and the bay. So, you can zip line over it, you can dive in, you've got cliff jumps, you've got bike riding here as well. So Zelha, another one of their great parks. And then let's take a look at Cenotes. Cenotes is all, underground rivers and tunnels and stalactites and things like that. This is one that you get on a bus towards. It's a little bit further away from the property, but it is really fun. And again, like I said, I love these parks because you are using your body, you're using your strength. It's a greater sense of adventure than, just a story or a character, from the American mass market parks. I like those too, but I like these way better. All right, well, we made it from 3 all the way to number 1, the top 3 reasons to stay at Hotel Xcaret in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's lots more videos for Mexico and specifically of this Xcaret resort. So I hope that you consider subscribing to JRI World. This resort is fantastic. So I think that you really would be well served coming there. I've been there with friends. I've been there on a romantic trip. It's a great place for families as well. So anyway, Xcaret, Mexico, I definitely recommend it. As you can tell, hit those adventure parks. They're included, in your hotel stay, and they're totally worth it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. It's JRI World right here on Instagram and on YouTube. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.